Hello, my name is Michael Young, and today I want to talk about indecision and how we can bring real action into your life so that you can make things happen for the better. If you want to get a little more technical, we're going to discuss procrastination and why this can prevent you from ever being a positive person, and more importantly, why this particular affliction will stop you from attracting all the good things that you deserve. Positive thinking works when you combine it with action, when you are prepared to go that little bit further to achieve what you most desire in life. If you are a procrastinator, if you lack motivation and drive, then it will always be more difficult to improve your relationships and attract material things. It does not have to be like that. You really do not have to keep putting off things that really deserve immediate action. And in the next few minutes, we will show you how you can eliminate this habit from your life forever. I have to assume that if you are taking part in this course, then we are definitely talking about you. But that may not be the case because sadly, the biggest procrastinators rarely realise what they're actually doing and the damage they cause. And this is why they find it so hard to succeed in everything they do. At work, they are business prevention officers. In relationships, they are Mr. or Mrs. No commitment. And in life, they are maybes. So let's set about putting this right and banning procrastination from your life forever. You might want to pause this video for the moment to get a paper and pen, and you'll also need the purple wristband we sent you to remind you not to be negative. So, pause now if you need to get these things. Well, welcome back and let's begin. Now there's something very descriptive about the word procrastination. I believe it says exactly what it does on the tin. Some even have difficulty pronouncing the word. Do it right now. Procrastination. And you will see what I mean. It could well sum up why so many people will do or try anything to put off or delay the job in hand, the things that really matter. I need you to be really honest with yourself and to think about some or all of the times when procrastination has stopped you from doing something. Procrastination can apply to any part of your life, your work, your marriage, and all your other important relationships. It stems mostly from a fear of failure, which in turn creates inaction. After all, if you do nothing, then there is an assumption, consciously or unconsciously, that it is impossible to do wrong. So let's put that pen and paper to work and make that list, because you need to acknowledge that some or many things in your life failed to happen because you were a procrastinator before we can set about changing these perceptions. So make that list and press the pause button now. Well, welcome back. How did you do? Now every list is going to be different, but I'm guessing there are going to be more than one or two common themes appearing right now. Does your list show if you have lost job opportunities and promotions, seen relationships founder, seen people you have loved and admired disappear from your life, failed to achieve recognition of the results you desired? Have you lost close friends, let down others through indecision? If you are a serial procrastinator, your list certainly contains all or some of these elements. They represent so many different losses at so many different levels, but it does not have to be like that. But before you can make essential changes, you first need to recognize why you do it. For many, it is the lack of faith in their own abilities, which gets worse when they're under pressure to deliver. In such cases, clever procrastinators have even been known to invent a huge range of additional activities which are designed to hide their inactions, But sooner or later, the inevitable will happen. The main task they have been dreading has to be completed, and they have then probably run out of time. That means you have upset people who were relying on you. You have let them down. It was probably not the first time. And they're now thinking that you are no longer up to the job, no longer the partner or friend they trusted. It is like a self-fulfilling prophecy which has come to pass. Those who procrastinate frequently fail in their careers and personal relationships. And the sad thing is, they have no idea of the kind of people they have become. Procrastinators are not lazy or uncaring, quite the reverse. They just lack focus and commitment when they perceive or imagine that something is a little more challenging than normal. Every warning bell in their body then unconsciously decides that this is one job too far, and urgent evasive action is now required. It will occur again and again until you accept that just maybe you might be a procrastinator and look to do something about it. But for the moment, let's first focus on positive thinking and set about changing the basics. It starts with the fear of failure that has always held you back and prevented you from making solid work and relationship commitments. It's also worth mentioning that some procrastinators also fear success, worried that if they do too good a job, they will be asked to do more. Different problem, but same solution. So we now need to check back in your life and start to ask a few difficult questions. As I explained earlier, few procrastinators recognise that they even have a problem to begin with. So once again, I'm going to ask you to be honest with yourself, particularly if you're finding it difficult to hold down a job or sustain a relationship. If you were not born a procrastinator, so we need to find out why and how you turned into one. It might seem obvious, but it starts by recognising that you might just be a procrastinator. Come on, it's not so hard. This is your opportunity to be a powerful, positive person and get rid of all that indecision and start your life afresh, ready to tackle anything that comes your way. When you become that person, you will then begin to experience material success. Your relationships will improve, and a whole new way of life is yours for the taking. So there is plenty of incentive here to get it right. So let's ask a few more questions. Were you discouraged by parents or other authority figures not to get out of your depth? Was there an occasion when it really did go wrong and you are now afraid of a repeat? Have you always found it difficult to make decisions? It is now time to be honest once again, because we need to find out why you are a procrastinator. Pause this video again and think about it for a few minutes, and then write down your reasons. Pause now. Okay, well, welcome back, and let's discuss some of your reasons. We have already identified some of them, such as parents or authority figures. But sometimes it can be a lot more basic than that. That means your list may well contain lack of confidence, fear of making mistakes, shyness with others, low self-esteem, or all of the above. And many of these things go hand in hand with procrastination. But how can you change? The good news is that you're already halfway there. You've confronted the issues that are holding you back, and that is a major part of the battle. Now we need to make a start on rebuilding the new you. Changes will not take place overnight. You gradually turned into a procrastinator, and the process will be equally as gradual in turning you back. But you are now on the right road because you have recognised the problem. We must now find out what you want to achieve in life, how you want to change for the better, and what action you intend to introduce to make these things happen. We're going to need to pause this video again in a moment, but first I want you to write down the that you are a procrastinator. You need to admit that you could be a diddler and indecisive. You get the idea, because we're going to set about correcting all of these things. As you spell out the problem, you must also add the solution. Write down in large block capitals that you now intend to be more decisive, and that if you are having problems, you will not be afraid to ask for help. Assert that you will not invent other tasks as a substitute for failing to complete projects. The next bit is up to you, because I want you to add to that list all of the things you now intend to eliminate from your life to stop you being a procrastinator. Please pause this video now and add to your list. Okay, welcome back. And what did you add? Well, you might have added, I will not let myself become distracted. I will set out a plan to complete everything I do. I will focus on people that are important to me. I will let others know that I value their input. I will not be afraid to fail. I will ask for help if needed. I will place more emphasis on teamwork to succeed. Please feel free to add these to your list. If you feel that all or any of them apply to you, you are effectively writing your own personal message to the universe, and you must state that the new you is going to be a massive success. Decisive, strong, a leader, and someone who others will gravitate to for advice. You will be the one who tackles the bigger problems and hardest projects first. You will recognize that if you run into difficulties, you'll be quick to correct them before it is too late. And you will not be worried about asking for help, safe in the knowledge that it's not a reflection of failure on your part. Use your imagination to see that you are a huge success, delivering incredible projects. See yourself as receiving praise from bosses and colleagues for a job well done. Visualize relationships improving with more and more attractive people coming into your life. Most importantly, please do not confuse procrastination for laziness. Try to live in the now so that you can correct your thoughts away from procrastination or laziness and focus on what needs to be done immediately. You will see the way ahead and the task in hand. You will not be afraid to ask for help if it is required. You are now the person who will be writing to-do lists and asking for help. You will tackle the bigger problems and hardest projects first for your own peace of mind. If you run into difficulties, you'll be quick to recognize them before it is too late. You're not a bad person, so people will understand if you are indecisive. They will be pleased to help and advise, and slowly but surely, you will deal with the problems of procrastination. You will work within a recognized schedule. You will be less distracted. And because you have implemented powerful positive thinking, you will feel good about yourself. So what are you waiting for? Good luck.